Can we make plural of these? Yes. So when you are talking about two or more people, animals, places, or things, use plural nouns. Most nouns are made plurals by adding s at the end. Example, bird, birds, broom, brooms, camel, camels, desk, desks, doll, dolls, egg, eggs, flower, flowers, fork, forks, game, games, lamb, lambs, nest, nests, pen, pens. Now you need to make plural of these words. So we'll write stars, bats, mugs, caps, fans. So, but we need to identify or need to understand when the last letter of singular nouns are ch, sh, s, double s, or x, and in some cases o, which o, not all cases, some cases. You usually add es to form the plural. So आप की ऐड करांगे es, कल्ला s ऐड नहीं करांगे, की ऐड करांगे es ऐड करांगे. ठीक है. Example, beach, beaches, branch, branches, box, boxes, bush, bushes, church, churches, dish, dishes. So we can see ये किस कैटेगरी में belong कर दे, ch, sh, s, double s और x. ठीक है. It can also be o. So for example, we'll make plural of these words. Dress, dresses, s or es? Yes. Sandwich, sandwiches, witch, witches, glass, glasses, bus, buses, watch, watches, fox, foxes, brush, brushes. ठीक है. So if any word ends in o, for example, tomato, tomatoes, potato, potatoes. ठीक है. So उत्थे भी आप यूज करांगे yes. Some plural nouns end in ies. Example, whenever there is y, so we'll eliminate y और y की जगह क्या जाएगा I. ठीक है. बच्चे क्या आ जाएगा es. ठीक है. So baby, babies, cherry, cherries, dairy, dairy, diary, diaries, dictionary, dictionaries, fairy, fairies, family, families, fly, flies, lady, ladies, library, libraries, puppy, puppies, story, stories, strawberry, strawberries. ठीक है. So if we make plural of butterfly, so we'll write I-E-S. Candy, candies. I-E-S. Lily, lilies. I-E-S. Lilies. Is it clear? बट इत्थे एक चीज ध्यान च रखनी है. वाई तो पहला कि तो पहला वाई तो पहला कोई भी वॉवल नहीं है किते? वाई तो पहला वॉवल है किते? Is there vowel before y? No. So then we convert y into I, then we add es. But if I say key, K-E-Y, before y there is a vowel. So we write only s. Okay? So what if there is a vowel before the y? In that case, add s to form the plural. Okay? We can see. See, in chimney, before y there is e. ठीक है, सो विल राइट चिमनीज। ठीक है, काउ बॉय, बिफोर वाई देर इज ओ, सो वे काउ बॉयज और बॉय। ठीक है, दिस इज वाई, बट बिफोर वाई देर इज वॉवल और वाउल, बी ओ वाई। ठीक है, सो देन we simply add s, day, days, before y there is a, jersey, jerseys, donkey, donkeys, ठीक है, kidney, kidneys, monkey, monkeys, toy, toys, trolley, trolleys, valley, valleys। ठीक है, before y if there is a vowel a, e, I, O, U, then we simply add S to make the word or make the noun plural after Y. Tray, trays. Key, keys. Is it clear? If a noun ends in F, you often change F to V and add es। ठीक है, लाइक काफ, CALF, calves, CALVES, loaf, loaves, shelf, shelves, half, halves, thief, thieves, leaf, leaves, wolf, wolves। ठीक है, सो एफ आ रहे थे, सो एफ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਲਿਖ ਦਾਂਗੇ V, ਦੈਨ ਕੀ ਲਿਖ ਦਾਂਗੇ ES। ਹਾਂ, ਇੱਥੇ ਥੋੜੇ ਧਿਆਨ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈ, ਐਕਸੈਪਸ਼ਨਸ ਵੀ ਹੈ, ਬਟ ਜਨਰਲੀ often nouns that end in F just need S to form the plurals. For example, chef, chefs, handkerchief, handkerchiefs, chef, chefs, sorry, chief, chiefs, roof, roofs, cliff, cliffs, sheriff, sheriffs। ਕੁਝ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਐਫ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿਹ 'ਚ ਕਨਵਰਟ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ, ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਐਡ ਕਰ ਦਾਂਗੇ ES। ਬਟ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾਤਰ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਐਫ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ S। ਅੱਛਾ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਐਫ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ E ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਐਫ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਬਣਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ V। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਤੇ E ਤਾਂ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਰਹੇਗਾ ਤੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੀ ਲਿਖ ਦਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਾਂ S। So we'll take some example like knife, the knives। ठीक है, F तक ही बन गया V, then E, then पीछे की लगाता S। life, F तक ही बन गया V, then E, then पीछे की आ गया S। wife, so F तक ही बन गया V, then E, then पीछे की आ गया S। I saw someone was writing wives. He said WIFES. Is it right? No, this is wrong. So KNIFES, this is wrong. क्या क्लियर हो रहा है कि नहीं? पूछना है कुछ ये? Next. Okay. So some plural nouns does not follow S rule or SES, IES, VES. Instead the word changes form. Like if I say child, child da ki ban jayega? Children. So we can't add S to form plural for the word child. So child, children, man, men, ox, oxen, tooth, teeth, woman, women, foot, feet, mouse, mice। मे बी तुसी जे कंप्यूटर ते कुछ टाइप कर रहे हो तो तुसी माउस का प्लूरल लिखना है, तो मे बी शायद वो एक्सेप्ट कर लेगा माउसेस। ठीक है, मे बी एक्सेप्ट कर ले, बट याद रखना है ग्रामेटिकली इदा ये गलत है। आ समझ पा रहे हो? क्योंकि कई बार स्टूडेंट्स पूछते सर इत्थे मैं उत्थे लिख रहा सी उत्थे ऐसा आ गया, कोई गल नहीं। सो कंप्यूटर से लिखोगे एक्सेप्ट हो जाएगा, बट जो तुम ग्रामर कोई चेक करोगे यू विल फाइंड कि ਉਹਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ प्लूरल है वो की है माइस, नॉट माउसेस। ਸਮਝ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ? ਮੇਬੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ, ਬਟ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਇਹਦਾ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਟੂ ਮਾਈਸ। ਕਲੀਅਰ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹ? अच्छा, some plural nouns are the same as the singular nouns. For example, sheep हो गया, deer हो गया, fish हो गया. So ये ਤਾਂ plural भी की रहने हैं same. So singular भी sheep ते plural भी sheep. Singular भी deer ते plural भी deer. Singular भी fish ते plural भी fish. अच्छा, ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ES ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ, ਬਟ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਾਂਗੇ ਫਰਦਰ। ਬਟ ਉਹ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਪੀਸੀਜ਼ ਆਫ ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ ਲਿਖਣੀਆਂ ਹੋ, ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਪੀਸੀਜ਼ ਆਫ ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ, ਉਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਿਖਾਂਗੇ। ਸੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਪੀਸੀਜ਼ ਆਫ, ਫਿਰ ਫਿਸ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖਾਂਗੇ, ਕੀ ਲਿਖਾਂਗੇ? ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ। ਤੇ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ SH ਚ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕੀ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਪਏਗਾ? ES। ਜਨਰਲੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਫਿਸ਼ ਦਾ ਪਲੂਰਲ ਵੀ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ? ਫਿਸ਼। ਤੇ ਕਾਮਨਲੀ ਇਹੀ ਵਰਡ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੋਏਗਾ। ਇੱਕੋ ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੈ, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਦੈਨ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਪੀਸੀਜ਼ ਆਫ ਫਿਸ਼ਿਸ। Hello students, today I'll talk about some general spelling rules which you can use in your IELTS test, specifically in your reading, listening and writing. So we'll start here. The first rule you should know is the end consonant is usually doubled when there is one vowel letter before it. So the end consonant is usually doubled when there is one vowel letter before it. For example, while adding ed or ing, so for example, this P is a consonant and this O is a vowel. So before this consonant, last word, the last letter here is a consonant, before this last letter there is a word O, which is a vowel. So when we add ed or ing to this word stop, so we'll double the last consonant. So stop will become STOPPED and stopping STOPPING. The next word is spot. No, SPOT. Before T there is a vowel called O. So when we add ed or ing to the word spot, it will become spotted with double T and spotting with double T. The next word is admit. So similarly, as we have done this, in before T there is I. So when we add ed and ing to the word admit, so we have to double the last consonant, which is T. So similarly, regret is regretted, regretting, recur, recurred, recurring, plan, planned, planning, beg, begged, begging. I have some more examples for you. Example, worship, worshipped, worshipping. So before P there is a vowel I, so we double the consonant P when we add ed and ing. Kidnap, kidnapped, kidnapping. Travel, traveled, traveling. So we'll double, we'll use L 2 times because it's a last consonant. Before that there is word E, which is a vowel. So equipped, 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 equipping. Slap, slapped, slapping. Level, leveled, leveling. Quarrel, quarreled, quarreling. Signal, signaled, signaling. Model, modeled, modeling. So there are some exceptions to this rule, and I'll talk about here further. Now when we use the word suffer, offer and differ. Now suffer, offer and differ, here the last word is a consonant and before this last word there is a vowel called E. So but still here we are using suffered and suffering, we are not doubling the word R, the last consonant. So we'll keep it as it is. So these three words you have to remember: suffer, offer, differ. So there are some other words like benefit, focus, listen, answer, and parallel. Now these are the words, despite having last word as a consonant, before that word there is a vowel, will still, when we add ed and ing to these words, we will not double the last consonant. So you can make note of these words. Next, while adding er or est, for example, for making comparative and superlative degree of adjectives, like thin, and this is the consonant, and before this consonant there is vowel I. So when we convert it into thinner or thinnest, when we add er or est, so we will double the last consonant. So thin, thinner, thinnest. Big, bigger, biggest. Sad, sadder, saddest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Mad, madder, maddest. So you can see in all these words, the last word is a consonant and before that there is a vowel. So when we add er or est to these words, so we will double the last consonant. Similarly, when we make or when we convert noun into a verb, so we will do the same thing. For example, cut, this is a verb, and when we add er to that verb, it becomes a noun. So while converting cut into cutter, so when we add er, so we'll double the last consonant because before that consonant there is a vowel, that is u. So cut will become cutter with double T. Swim, swimmer. Run, runner. Sin, sinner. Other examples are rub, rubber. Rob, robber. Travel, traveler. Control, controller. So in all such cases, we have doubled the last consonant because before that consonant, there was a vowel. The rule number 2 is the end consonant is not doubled when there are two vowels before it. While adding ed or ing, for example, in reap, so there is a consonant at the last of the word, that is P, and before that there are two vowels E and A. When we add ed and ing to the word reap, so we will not double the word P because before this there are two vowels. So we can see other words like heap, team, there are two vowels before the consonant, and while converting that into ed and ing, while adding ed and ing, we will not double the last consonant. We will double the last consonant only if there is one vowel before the consonant, before the last consonant. Shout, there are two vowels, so we will not double the last consonant. School, fear, equal. So in all such cases, we have kept the last consonant as a single consonant. Rule number 3. The noun and adjectives ending in y change to I while adding any suffix like er, est, ly, full, and ness. We'll take some examples. So tidy. So we will convert y into I when we add er or est. So tidy, tidier, tidiest. Sunny, sunnier, sunniest. So we'll convert y into I. Happy, happier, happiest. Fly, flyer. Petty, pitiful. Pity, pitiful. Beauty, beautiful. Mercy, merciful. In all such cases, we have changed the word y into I when we use er or est after that word, or when we even use full. So you do have to remember that before y there is also a consonant. So the verb ending in y changed to I when adding ed, but remained unchanged while adding ing. So the verbs which end in y changed to I while adding ed, but it will not change when we'll add ing. For example, rely. So we will change the y into I when we add ed, but we will never change the word y into I when we add ing to it. Marry, married, marrying. Try, tried, trying. Carry, carried, carrying. So in all such words, while adding ed, we have changed the word y into I, but while adding ing, we have not changed the word y. So the words ending in y with vowels do not change. Example, now before this y there is a vowel e. In earlier such cases, before this y there was a consonant, so we changed it to I. But before y, if there is a vowel, so we will not change y into vowel, that is I. So we'll keep the y as it is when we add ed and ing. So pray, prayed, praying. So before y there is a vowel a. Enjoy, enjoyed, enjoying, and before y there is a vowel o. So there are some exceptions, and these exceptions are say, pay, and lay. So we convert say into said, pay into paid, lay into laid. So we will add id, we'll change y into I, and then we'll add d. But while adding ing, so we'll keep the word y. So always remember, when we add ing, so we will not change the word y. So we'll simply add y plus ing. We only change the word y into I when before y there is again a consonant. But before y, if there is a vowel, so we will not change y into I. I hope you follow this. Rule number 4. When words ending in double L are compounded, both become single L. Or when words are converted into adjectives. But when adjectives which end in L are converted into adverbs by using ly, then double L is used. I'll give you example. When we add will and full, these two words end in double L, and when we add both these words, so we'll end up getting will full, and when we add these, we only use single L. But when we convert it into an adverb called willfully, so then we will use two L and then Y. Full, fill, so we'll skip one L from both the words, and when we add it, it becomes fulfill with FUL, FIL. Beauty, when we add full to beauty, it becomes beautiful, but when we use it as an adverb, so we'll retain two L's, so we'll make it beautifully. Peace, peaceful, peacefully. Use, useful, usefully. Help, helpful, helpfully. We'll see some more examples. Meaning, meaningful, meaningfully. Soul, soulful, soulfully. Joy, joyful, joyfully. Hope, hopeful, hopefully. Mercy, merciful, mercifully. So in all these letters, so we have used FUL, and the last word will be only single L. But when we add ly to this word, so we will keep two L's. The next fifth rule is the letter C is followed by IE. I have seen most of the students do some mistakes while writing a particular word. They write CIE. So we should not write this. We should always write CEI in words where these letters are used. So when we use the letter C, we use EI, and in other cases, we simply use IE. So we'll take some examples. In receive, C, after C we have used EI. So the word is RECEIVE. Perceive, PERCEIVE. Deceive, CEIVE. Conceive, sealing. So in all such cases, after C we have used the patron EI. But if there is no C, then we keep the order to be IE. So niece, sage, belief, achieve. So in these cases we have kept the order as IE, not as EI. So we will use EI when before there is a word C. There are some exceptions to this rule, and these exceptions are ledger, counterfeit, freight, their, height, ha, ren. So these are the words in which we have kept the order as EI, 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 even if there is no C. So except these words, whenever we use so I and E, so we'll keep the order IE. Else, if there is a word C, then we keep the order EI. So these are the some basic spelling rules. So thanks for watching. So if you find it helpful, so I do suggest that do subscribe to this channel and keep sharing. So this is the second part of spelling rules. In this section, we will see words which end in E. So when we add suffixes to those words which ends in E, then sometimes we drop the last letter E, and sometimes we retain the last letter E. So we'll check those rules. So the silent E is dropped while adding suffixes such as ing, able, ary and ous. Now if you can closely see, all these suffixes start from a vowel letter. So second is while adding y to a noun. So when we add y to any noun, so then we eliminate the word, or we drop the last letter E. And when we add tion to a word which ends in E, then we again drop the letter E. So the silent E is not dropped when suffix ly is added. So now when we add y, then we drop the letter E, and when we add ly, then we keep the letter E. So we will not drop the letter E. So after C or G, while adding suffixes able, ous beginning with vowels. See, so if there is any word which ends in E, but before E there is C, or before E there is G consonant. So if before E there is C and before E there is G, and we have to add the suffix able or ous, then we will not drop the word E. In the last one, suffixes beginning with consonant are added such as ful, less, hood, ly, meant and ness. So these suffixes starts with the consonant, and when we add these suffixes to the word which ends in E, so we will retain the word E. We will not drop the word E. So now we will see some examples. So the silent E is dropped when adding suffixes such as ing, able, ary and ous. So examples are rove plus ing. So when we add ing to the word rove, it becomes roving, and you can see here we have dropped the letter E. So care plus ing becomes caring. So again we have dropped the letter E. Age plus ing, aging. Value plus able, valuable. Note plus able, notable. Love plus able, lovable, and move plus able, movable. So in all such cases, when we add ing and when we add able, so we have dropped the letter E from all these words. Other words are stare plus ing, staring. Advise plus able, advisable. imagine plus ARY imaginary, desire plus OUS desirous, pour plus OUS porous, imagine plus able imaginable, and fame plus OUS famous. In all such cases also we have eliminated or dropped the letter E when we add ing, able, ARY or OUS. The second part is silent E is dropped while adding Y to a noun. So example STONE, the word stone, when we add Y it becomes stony. And in the word stony, so you can see there is no E. So noise plus Y noisy, taste plus Y tasty. So in this cases ice plus Y icy. So we have dropped the last letter E when we add Y. And the third section is the silent E after consonant T is dropped when suffixes TION is added. So pollute plus TION becomes pollution, so we have dropped the letter E. Frustrate plus TION frustration. Delete plus TION deletion. Deplete plus TION depletion. So in all such cases when we add TION to a word and if the last letter is E, so we drop the letter E. So these are the three rules where we drop the letter silent E. So the silent E is not dropped when suffixes ly is added. So false plus ly becomes falsely, safe plus ly becomes safely, sure plus ly becomes surely. So in such cases we have kept or we have not dropped the silent E when it is at the end of the word. So there are some exceptions. There are the three exceptions. Main exceptions are whole plus ly becomes wholly, true plus ly becomes truly, and due plus ly becomes duly. So in these three cases we drop the silent E. This second is important. This E is not dropped after C or G while adding suffixes able OUS beginning with vowels. Example, peace plus able peaceable, trace plus able traceable, service plus able serviceable. So you can see before C there is a letter, before E there is a letter C, and when we add able, or we'll see other words when we add OUS, so we retain the letter E. So we will not drop the letter E. So courage, so you can see before E there is a word G. When we add OUS it becomes courageous, and we have retained the letter E. Advantage plus OUS advantageous, we have retained the letter E. Manage plus able manageable, marriage plus able marriageable, charge plus able chargeable. So in all such cases when we add able on OUS, so you can see before E if there is C or before E if there is G, and when we add able and OUS, so we keep the word E, we will not drop the last letter E. Last portion is E is not dropped when suffixes beginning with consonants are added such as full, less, hoodie, ly, meant and ness. You can see all these suffixes starts with the consonant. Earlier the suffixes which we did, those suffixes started with the vowel alphabet. So hate plus full hateful, use plus less useless, care plus full careful, improve plus meant improvement, like plus ness likeness, state plus hood statehood, extreme plus ly extremely. So you can see in all such cases achieve plus meant achievement, we have retained the last letter E. So we will not drop the letter E. So there are two exceptions to this section. First is argue plus meant argument. So in this case we will drop the letter E, and awe plus full awful. So again we have dropped the letter E. So you can remember, you can mug these two exceptions. Next, final E in the following words can be retained or removed. So that is totally your choice whether you want to retain it or you want to remove it. So when we so for example, when we talk about like, so we can say likable with e or likable without e. Mile, so mileage, so again we have the choice whether we want to keep the e or we want to eliminate the e. So judgment, abridgment, and acknowledgement. So you can see in all such cases when we add ment or able, so or meant, so it's your choice whether you want to keep the letter e or you want to drop the letter e. So I'll suggest, so you should remember these words like, mile, judge, abridge, and acknowledge. So these are the rules. We'll have a quick recap. The silent e is dropped when while adding suffixes such as ing, able, ary, and ous. So do remember these suffixes starts with the vowel alphabet. So we drop the letter e, silent e, when we add these suffixes. The silent e is dropped while adding y to a noun. So before when we add y to a noun, then we drop the silent e. And the last portion, so the silent e after consonant t is dropped when suffix tion is added. So when we add tion, so we drop the silent e. When we add y to a noun, so we drop the silent e. Or when we add ing, able, ary, and ous, we again drop the silent e. So the cases where we do not drop the silent e are, so first one is when we add ly. So when we add y, so we do not drop the letter e. So e is also not dropped after c or g. So if e is after c or if e is after g, so when we add able or ous, do remember able, ous. So when we add this, so we keep the word e, so we do not drop the word e. So do remember when we write age, so when we say aging, so we have to drop the letter e because here we are adding ing, not able or ous. So this is the part which belongs to this section. And the last portion is e is not dropped when suffixes beginning with consonants are added, such as full, less, hoodie, ly, hood, ly, meant, and ness. So all these suffixes start with the consonant. So when we add these, then we do not drop the letter e. So this is a quick recap. I hope you enjoyed this lecture, and I'll suggest if you like this video, so then do subscribe to this channel and keep sharing.